Welcome back to the Eagles Nest at Eau Claire Memorial High School, the final game of the Eau Claire Memorial Shootout. 2 days of some exciting girls and boys basketball action, and we wrap it up. Girls matchup, the Eau Claire North Huskies and the DC Everest Evergreens. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger back with you. Sparks, we saw two really entertaining boys games. Now we get the girls matchup between the Huskies, who come in 5-5 on the season, against the Evergreens, who are 1-10. For the North Huskies, looking to string some wins together as we get into that back half of the Big Rivers Conference season. They're still sitting at a decent spot, 2-3 in the BRC, and obviously you look at the Big Rivers this year, it's so many quality teams. Menominee is unbeaten in the conference. You've got Hudson, you've got Eau Claire Memorial. Huskies want to be in that upper half.
Yeah, no doubt. We had a chance to watch them against the Old Aves, and they did put up a good fight. In fact, they only went down by 5 against Memorial, so they are capable. They are a good team if they can put it together for a night. And they were sure fun to watch that night. We had a chance now to watch the Evergreens against Memorial, so it'll be fun to watch this matchup today.
Evergreens lost to Eau Claire Memorial yesterday, 67-14. It just really struggled to get the offense going. Eau Claire North has been off for a while, but they are back in action today under first-year head coach Deb Peterson.
Well, here's the one that I'm excited to watch right here. Number 1, Ellie O'Keefe for the Huskies. She's a junior, averaging 17 points, but boy, can she shoot the rock. She's great from outside, and I'm talking deep.
Ellie O'Keefe leading the way, 17.3 points per game, averaging 30.5 points from behind the arc. Haley Lavoie in the starting lineup as well for the Huskies. Eau Claire North in the home white jerseys, the Columbia blue numerals and lettering with the Columbia blue and black trim. DC Everest in the road black jerseys, white numerals and letters, green and white trim. Yeah, you mentioned that seeing the Huskies earlier, and yeah, they gave Eau Claire Memorial a really good battle. O'Keefe heated up from outside. They got some other contributions. Jaden Smith came up big. Adeline Shepler had some big buckets for the Huskies. We'll see how they do today. It's the Evergreens who control the opening tip. Here's Kirsten Hall. Gives it up to Brianna Cook. It was Hall, the leading scorer, who led them yesterday. But again, points were hard to come by. They go in the lane to Zemke. Hall on the perimeter. Guarded there by Megan Standiford.
Yeah, Evergreens did better yesterday getting shots off in the second half. And there was a good look for him.
Huskies poke it free. Here's Shepler. Shepler gives it up. Layup good. Haley Lavoie.
Look for the Huskies to do a lot of that transition. They'll play good half-court man, and they'll bust out on the break.
Huskies figure to have a depth advantage as well. Teams match up pretty well size-wise.
Yeah, surprised not to see Hope Buschendorf in that starting lineup. She's really a good presence inside. But I did notice that she's got her fingers wrapped up pretty good. So it looked like either she's got a broken finger or else a really bad jam on that hand.
Foul goes on the Evergreens, Megan Zemke. Huskies will have it. They had a little extra weight watching the Huskies boys team win one in overtime against La Crosse Logan. In fact, they were standing kind of in the runway area to come onto the court, and they wound up sitting on the floor when the game went to overtime.
Yeah, they were really enjoying it, no doubt, cheering on their friends.
Jaden Smith takes it in. She will go to the line. Hall picks up the foul, and that's a situation that the Evergreen's going to want to monitor, because Hall is the one player they have who's capable of getting into double digits and getting enough points to keep the team into the game.
Yeah, she struggled yesterday against the Old Aves with foul trouble too.
Huskies have the first 4 points of this one. Yeah, after that last game, I had a chance to chat with Chad Brisky, the Eau Claire Memorial boys coach, who helped get this whole tournament organized. He said, yep, plans are already in the works to get this going for next year. Huskies defense leading to a turnover and then taken away from O'Keefe.
Yeah, Brianna Cook got it from behind. Good hustle for her.
Hall clears it over to Cook. Kelsey Woolley up top to Kirsten Hall. They find Woolley at the high post. Lob down low. Zemke will kick it out. Cook with it. Knocked away. Gathered up by the Evergreens. They'll launch from distance. That's off by Cook. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Evergreens. The final game of 2023 for each of these teams. So you always like to head into the new year with some momentum. At 3, just off by Ellie O'Keefe. Three on the way. Cook, no good. Knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by the Huskies.
Yeah, Cook's had a couple of good looks now here, last couple possessions, and I think if you're the Evergreens, you're pretty happy she's getting a chance to shoot that 3 and with a good look.
Here's a 3, and that's no good. McKenna Bullis, a little strong on that one. Huskies go to O'Keefe. You work it near side. Lavoie on the drive, and a blocking foul along the baseline whistled against the Evergreens. Then it'll go on Megan Zemke. So 2 fouls on Megan Zemke. And with that, Coleman Schilling, the head coach, will go to his bench and bring in Piper Schultz. Ellie O'Keefe to throw it in for North. Finds Smith. Shepley on the drive. O'Keefe, mid-range jumper is good.
Just a quick catch and release. Nice job by Ellie O'Keefe.
That's a good point, Sparks. She's always ready to shoot the ball. And if you can get that quick release, even if you're a smaller player, you're going to shoot it over taller defenders.
It's really what the Evergreens need to work to get to, right? Be ready just to catch and shoot rather than trying to do so much dribbling.
Held ball, possession arrow pointing the way of North. DC Everest will bring in Ilsa Shimoleski, I should say. A-I-L-S-A is how she spells it.
Now, she had a really nice game yesterday.
O'Keefe on the drive, a little short. Rebound, Shimoleski. Yeah, Shimoleski, a freshman, did so many good things.
Ooh, nice
for
drive.
The Evergreens.
Hall had a good look right there.
Now gets it behind the arc. She'll launch from distance. That's no good. O'Keefe has it for the Huskies. North on the run. Bounce pass down low in the finish. Haley Lavoie.
Great bounce pass right there. Ellie O'Keefe from the 3-point arc.
It's an 8-0 run for the Huskies to start this game. That being said, Sparks, I like what Everest is doing offensively. Shots just aren't going down. But they seem a little bit more sure of themselves, a little bit more just crisper on offense.
Oh, I agree. It's the fact that, just being ready to get that shot off and getting them up.
Now
and the Huskies will bring a whole new 5 in.
Buschendorf is in. Andy Sikora wears number 21. Novaland Sands Hannah. Good look inside by Shimoleski, won't go. And then a wrestle for the rebound between Piper Schultz and one of the Huskies. Held ball, the arrow point in the way of the Evergreens. Cortera Smith is in for North, along with Ava O'Keefe, who is twin of Ellie O'Keefe. Evergreens basketball, and they turn it over. Huskies fired into the front court. Sikora Gets it deflected out of bounds.
Yeah, good defense by Hall, getting back and knocking out of bounds on that break.
Cortera Smith to throw it in for North. To Buschendorf. Sands Hannah to Smith. Inside, Buschendorf. And she dragged the pivot foot.
Good help right there by Woolley from the outside. Sank down, started to dig that out of the post and caused that travel.
Hey, Buschendorf had the right idea, but just kind of got caught up in traffic and then picked up the dribble. Wound up dragging the pivot foot.
Yeah, one dribble too many. If she just dribbles that twice and goes up strong, she'll get a good look.
Oh, and a foul committed by Ava O'Keefe. Jumped into the player with the basketball rather than jumping straight up. 13 minutes to go. First half. Evergreens looking to get on the scoreboard. Near steal by Smith. Knocks it away.
She does create it.
Here's O'Keefe to Smith. Huskies will run some half-court offense here. Looking for Buschendorf inside. They get it to her. Buschendorf in the lane, in the bucket.
And that's what we're talking about. Just the two quick dribbles and then pull up and hit that jumper instead of that third one that got her in trouble last time. Real good adjustment.
10-0 run by the Huskies. And the Evergreens throw that one away. So the North Huskies girls team will try to cap off this Eau Claire Memorial shootout with the win. And if they do that, Sparks, that means a perfect record for the Eau Claire teams in this tournament. Memorial girls won yesterday against Everest. Memorial boys beat Madison Memorial. North boys beat La Crosse Logan. Now the North girls trying to knock out DC Everest, and they get the steal. Sikora all the way to the hoop. No, Buschendorf called for the travel. Got the first one blocked, then shuffled the feet.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't get a jump ball call on that because you're right, it was actually blocked. And usually they'll turn around and call that a jump ball, especially when you come down with it again. Yeah, it'll be a good tournament for the Eau Claire schools, like you said. I'm sure coming into this, they would have been thrilled to know they could go 4-0.
Yeah, the two boys games were just both excellent games. Good look from the perimeter. It just won't drop for Shimoleski. Scramble for the rebound. We get a whistle and a foul on the Huskies.
That'll be the third team foul on the Huskies.
Two more subs in for the Huskies. Allie Kwashnick wears number 31. Ellie Jacobs wears number 20. Woolley to throw it in for the Evergreens. They had a cutter inside. They couldn't corral the pass. And out of the hands of Bullis. Now the Huskies looking to extend a 10-point lead. Sands Hannah on the drive in traffic, and she shuffled the feet.
Coach Peterson just wanting them to work more of the offense, get that ball swung a little bit instead of being also one-sided and always trying to penetrate. So she's hoping that can do a little more ball movement in the half court.
Yeah, these are valuable minutes for these players. And, you know, you look at players like, you know, Buschendorf was a starter before. Sands Hannah has seen a lot of playing time. She was in the starting lineup earlier, and it's just a way to just get everybody some court time and yet still work on the things that you want to work on. You know, it's been a solid start to the season for the Huskies. They're 5-5. But again, you know, we talked about it in the pregame show that, you know, you want to stay in that upper half of the Big Rivers. There's some really solid teams. Loose on the floor. Look at O'Keefe diving on it. And she forces the held ball, a possession arrow.
Stays with the Evergreens.
So Woolley will throw it in. Speaking of the pregame show, it was brought to you today by Asher Exteriors. Call Asher for your free no obligation estimate at 888-GO-ASHER or visit goasher.com. That's goasher.com. Get off the ladder and get gutter helmet with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Trust the experts on your most valuable asset, your home. Give them a call today, 888-GO-ASHER. Another good look from the perimeter by the Evergreens, and the shot just won't go down. Jacobs inside, Buschendorf. O'Keefe will pass on the three. Jaden Smith from distance. Nice rebound pulled down by Brianna Cook. Or check that, it was Shimoleski. Woolley in the corner. She will launch from outside, that's no good. Rebound to Jacobs. O'Keefe will slow it down. Open look, Kwasnick for three. No, Buschendorf had a hand on it. Loose ball scooped up by Bullis. Under 10 minutes to go. Huskies by 10. Shimoleski went up, and then the defense closed in by Kwasnick.
Yeah, she went up to take that shot and realized that was about to get blocked. Just hung on to it, gets the travel.
Addie Shepler in for the Huskies, who have the ball, leading by 10. O'Keefe now guarded by Hall. Gives it up, Shepler.
Tough move.
Will go to the line to shoot. Yeah, Shepler's got that aspect to her game where she'll penetrate. She'll like to take it to the hoop. She's got a good handle and good balance, so she will head to the line. Shepler comes in averaging just under 12 points per game, 45.7% from the floor. Aubrey Klatt, number 4. Megan Zemke, 24, in for Everest. Second at 2 now for Addie Shepler. Rebound to Hall. Open look. Another shot that looked good coming out of the hands. It just won't drop for the Evergreens. O'Keefe quickly into the front court. O'Keefe on the drive for 2.
Nice little hesitation move right there. And blows by for the layup.
Ellie O'Keefe with 4 points. Huskies lead by 12. Timeout Evergreens. You are watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by Spectrum Insurance.
Asher Lasting Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Lasting Exteriors.
Blue Northern Distribution. Now is your chance to join the team at Blue Northern. Hiring for drivers in Eau Claire and Sparta. Apply online today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com. Olympic Flame Restaurant in Eau Claire since 1980. Uncle Lampros brought homemade family recipes from Greece, and the tradition continues today at Olympic Flame Restaurant. Eau Claire's best kept secret is Olympic Flame Greek Restaurant on London Road. 12-0 start to the game for the Eau Claire North Huskies. Spargs, even though this is a tournament game, a non-conference game, it's one of those games that both of these teams will wind up in the same Division I sectional, so important when you look down the road for seeding. Steele, O'Keefe. Her layup is good.
Back to your statement, yes, you are correct. It's always good to get these crossovers, especially when you go against another conference and they start doing comparisons.
North's going to get whistled for a foul there as Allie Kwasnick reached in. Megan Standiford back in for the Huskies, along with Haley Lavoie.
Huskies have had all 12 players in the game already.
Yeah, you knew that was a goal of Deb Peterson, but to actually have it happen, that's excellent for North.
North showing a little zone here.
You know, you can practice, you can get everybody involved, but game situations are always different. Poked away by O'Keefe. She can't save it. But yeah, it's always different when you put the lights on and the scoreboards are going and put people in the seats. Officials are here. Media is here. It just adds a different level. And it's one of those things you have to get used to it as a high school player. And
yeah, there's a lot of pressure when we're in the house, right?
Well, there is no question. Defensive pressure forcing a turnover. Huskies on the push. They find O'Keefe. Passes it up. Oh, good look for Megan Standiford. Couldn't get the roll. Kirsten Hall up top. Loops it over far side to Shimoleski. O'Keefe to get closeout on Hall. Hall to the hoop.
Nice drive.
And the Evergreens are on the board. And I'll say it again, Spargs, even though they're stuck on 2 points, the offense looks better.
Yeah, they've had a lot more shots, no doubt about it, and less turnovers.
Huskies had to be reminded that it was their ball. O'Keefe to throw it in. In the corner, Jaden Smith splashes home the three-pointer.
Yeah, good look right there. Jaden Smith, good catch, release.
5 points, Jaden Smith, and she's got the steal. Smith, layup is good.
Jaden Smith showing off that steal and then the speed to break away.
You know, unlike the old Abes who applied full court pressure on the Evergreens yesterday, Huskies aren't doing that, but they are extending in the half court.
Yeah, they're doing a half court trapping zone is what they're doing. So they're kind of, again, a chance to work on other things, their defensive aspects. And, right now they're running that 1-2-2 and they'll trap out of it.
Hope Buschendorf re-enters for the Huskies. And Sparks, you had the eagle eyes out. Yeah, you can see on her right hand, she's got some black tape over some of the fingers. Trying to find a cutting Jaden Smith. She regains possession. Taking it to the hoop there. Here's Lavoie, but that shot won't drop. 17-point lead for the Huskies. Open look, three-pointer, nothing but the bottom of the net. Aubrey Klatt. Well, that's the one thing. We'll finish that thought after this timeout. Full timeout. We'll step aside as well. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by Spectrum Insurance.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
6 minutes, 11 seconds remaining. First half, Eau Claire North leading DC Everest 19-5. For 30 years, Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors has been the #1 home seller in northwestern Wisconsin, with more than 70 realtors averaging over 15 years of experience per agent. Why turn anyplace else for realty in the Chippewa Valley? Call Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors. Ellie O'Keefe brings it across for the Huskies. Up top, Jaden Smith knocks down the three-pointer.
Another one there for Smith. She's feeling it from the arc.
Jaden Smith now with 10 points. O'Keefe has 6. So those two have combined for 16 of North's 22 points. Zemke inside was in trouble. Near side, Bolus loses it to Smith, who then bounced it off the foot of teammate Hope Buschendorf.
Yeah, Brado, I'd like to claim I had eagle eyes to see Hope's bad fingers, but actually in pregame, she gave me a wave, so I could tell they were in a bad shape.
Okay.
But, yeah, I've had the pleasure of knowing Hope Buschendorf ever since she was born, as I coached her 2 aunts over here at Memorial.
How about that?
So we go way back.
I'm sure the young Hope Buschendorf was inspired by the 2 aunts.
Absolutely.
O'Keefe dishes,
Good
Buschendorf.
look.
Hope Buschendorf with 4 points. And another nice dish by Ellie O'Keefe. Shimoleski on the drive. They go inside Zemke. From the perimeter, Aubrey Klatt knocked one down earlier. O'Keefe now on the push for the Huskies. Nice pass. Standiford couldn't quite finish. Buschendorf fighting for the rebound. O'Keefe. Hoop won't have it. Rebound Zemke.
Ellie O'Keefe doing a great job of distributing the basketball. Some great assists out there.
Near steal by the Huskies. And we're going to get a foul, and that's going to go on Aubrey Klatt. And we get a line change for the Huskies. Ava O'Keefe, Ellie Jacobs, Nolan Sands Hannah, Andy Sikora, and Cortera Smith in for the Huskies. Sands Hannah.
Good drive.
Count it and the foul.
Strong take right there by Sands Hannah.
Yeah, they run that little dribble weave action there, and oftentimes by the time the second or third player gets it, they've got that little advantage on the defender.
Yeah, it starts to break down the defense. You don't get that help.
Free throw rins out for Sands Hannah. North has stretched its lead out to 21. And Shimoleski trying to get it back to Kirsten Hall, but that one goes out of bounds. So 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Cortera Smith for 3. It rims out. Rebound winds up in the hands of Woolley. Klatt again. Here come the Huskies. Ava O'Keefe lost the handle. Back comes Klatt. Cut off by Cortera Smith. It goes out of bounds.
Yeah, she kind of tweaked her ankle there on that stop.
It'll be North basketball.
Looks like Klatt will be okay.
He's trying to run it off, but now she's going to come out and she'll head to the bench. Might need another tape job.
The Evergreens are doing a much better job getting back defensively today, and corralling that defensive board.
Ava O'Keefe goes inside. The Huskies turn it over again. Woolley into the corner to Hall. They go cross court.
Good block.
Bullis wanted the 3 but got it rejected. North takes it away. On the push, Sikora. And they're going to get the held ball. North will keep it.
Kirsten Hall, nice job tying that one up.
Brianna Cook back in. Ilsa Shimoleski will check out. Cortera Smith to throw it in for North. Ava O'Keefe off the glass, no. Rebound to Cook. Kirsten Hall with it, guarded by Cortera Smith. Here comes the double team by O'Keefe. And a steal by the Huskies. Smith has it. Over to Sands Hannah. They fire it cross court. Sikora. Sands Hannah lost the handle, but it deflects out off of DC Everest, so the Huskies will keep it. Sikora to throw it in for the Huskies. Finds Smith. Smith going baseline. Gets it back out. Jacobs on the drive. Jacobs will go to the line.
Yeah, good job by Jacobs putting it on the floor. She saw a gap. It took it hard to the hole.
Piper Schultz picks up the foul, and that is her second. 7th team foul on the Evergreen, so the Huskies will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Hallie Kwasnick in for North. That one just rims out. Kirsten Hall to bring it up. 2 minutes to go, first half.
Nice move by Hall, the little step back. Didn't get it to go, but a good look.
Sands Hannah trying to throw it inside, deflected by Hall, but Sikora recovers. Now O'Keefe. O'Keefe to the hoop. North will keep it. O'Keefe was looking for a foul that time. Looked like there was a little bit of contact, but officials say play on. Minute 41 left. Lob inside on a block by Kirsten Hall. Huskies, though, get it back. They'll reset. Jacobs. O'Keefe. Got it.
The lefty for two.
Ava O'Keefe into the scoring column. 24-point lead. Hall passes on the three, takes it to the hoop.
Good drive.
Ball deflected out. Woolley will try from distance. That's short. Take it away, and the Evergreens get a bucket. McKenna Bullis.
Bullis, just a freshman.
Well, you look at Bullis and Shimoleski. You get a couple freshmen seeing significant minutes on the varsity.
Yeah, absolutely, and showed well, too, on varsity.
Huskies work it inside. Going glass for the bucket is Ellie Jacobs.
Good, quick move inside, very assertive.
Everest losing the handle. Sands Hannah picks it up. North with numbers. Good defensive recovery by the Evergreens. Sparks, you pointed it out earlier, doing a much better job getting back in transition.
Yeah, I think the two biggest things is they're getting back on defense, playing solid, and then their defensive rebounding is way better today.
Kirsten Hall with the good take. Knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Huskies.
You were talking yesterday about trying to find some positives for those Evergreens to grow on and learn from, and well, I've seen it today. You know, again, just their half-court defense so much better, and their defensive rebound.
Turnover will give it back to North. Yeah, I think the Evergreens, you know, they've shown some decent fight, plenty to clean up. But I think they're going in the right direction. O'Keefe inside, can't finish. Battle for the rebound. And that's going to do it for the first half. Impressive performance by the Eau Claire North Huskies. They lead this one 31-7. So far, so good for Eau Claire North, Sparks.
Yeah, just exactly what the Huskies wanted to do, get out early, run their offense, and play a lot of players. And all 12 have played, and all 12 have played a lot of minutes so far this first half. So I'm sure she'll try to continue that second half to get everybody involved and look forward to, you know, pushing forward with those 12 as they head into the 2024 part of the season.
The Rural Virtual Academy is an online tuition-free public school serving students pre-K through high school right here in Wisconsin. For more information, visit ruralvirtual.org. We are at the half. We'll take an extended break. Second half coming up. You are watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports presented by Spectrum Insurance.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called the labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip was affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners: orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we've worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in Western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Just when it seems life is smooth sailing, life happens. When it does, let Potter Agency help make all your insurance arrangements a breeze. Potter Agency is a local agency and will work to save you money. We have the best selection of insurance company products, and our dedicated agents will tailor your coverage to your needs. Give us a call or check out our website. When life is a little choppy, let Potter Agency help guide you to smoother waters.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
All right, getting set to start the second half. Girls basketball, the final game of the Eau Claire Memorial Shootout. Eau Claire North Huskies leading this one over DC Everest 31-7. Huskies have gotten every player who suited up into the game and Head coach Deb Peterson has made full line changes. In other words, 5 players entering the game at one time. So she's kind of had a first line, a second line, and then she'll work a couple other players in. So yeah, all 12 players have seen the court. Solid effort from North. I'm sure Coach Peterson's going to want them to clean up some things, especially on the offensive end, being a little bit more efficient. And also on defense, they picked up a couple fouls with reaching. But all in all, North has been solid, kind of took control of this game early on with a big run to open the game, 14-0, and they have had control of this one ever since, Sparks.
Yeah, you talked about that Huskies offense and their continuity, and you and I talked about it at halftime when they were on the break here, but it's a little hard, right? It's hard for the Huskies when you sub like that and you go 5 at a time. It's just hard to keep that continuity, and I think she's done obviously a lot more playing with the kids today, a lot more subbing, whereas in the Big Rivers Conference, I think she trims down that bench quite a bit, and it helps with just continuity of their offense. And so we start out to the second half, you might see a little bit more of the true 5 going. And again, like you said, play a little bit more solid defense with a little less reaching.
Woolley dribbles through the double team, gives it up, but Bullis' shot is blocked. Nice recovery by the Huskies.
Yeah, Schepler closing out. Oh, good pass, gets knocked away.
O'Keefe open from the perimeter, and she knocks in a 3-pointer.
She is fun to watch.
Huskies stretch that lead.
Well, we're going to have to see who this call goes against. Just heard block and nothing else. So everybody's kind of waiting on it. All right, going against Ellie O'Keefe for the Huskies.
Ellie O'Keefe kind of had that who me look.
Well, I think both players did because all I heard was block, and they're like,
it wasn't me.
Yeah.
No.
Both of them.
Yeah. Bullis with the basketball. Gives it up to Woolley. Evergreens get it in the hands of Kirsten Hall. They go inside to Zemke. Back to Hall. Open from the perimeter.
Good rebound inside.
And O'Keefe comes up with the steal. Into the front court they go with Lavoie. O'Keefe open from distance. Buschendorf the putback.
Right in the spot underneath, gets it off the glass.
Deb Peterson will take a 30-second timeout, so we'll step aside as well. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by Spectrum Insurance.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Marquardt Motors, your local Buick and GMC dealer, has the area's largest pre-owned and new vehicle inventory with new arrivals daily. View the inventory at marquardtmotors.com or stop in to talk with a friendly salaried sales consultant. DC Everest into the front court. Evergreens looking for their first points of the second half.
Real interesting time out there with Coach Peterson. You could really see it. She took it as a coachable or a teachable moment. She brought him over and really had a lot to tell him. It was just a minute into the second half.
Buschendorf deflects the inbounds pass. O'Keefe the other way. The dump off and the finish. Haley Lavoie with the bucket.
Great job by O'Keefe, getting wide, drawing the defense.
You think of Ellie O'Keefe mainly as a shooter, but she's really good distributing the basketball too.
Yeah, she's got the complete game, no doubt about it.
Zemke.
Good look in.
Off the glass and down. Megan Zemke.
Zemke, it was a good move there. She needs to be more aggressive inside. She's getting the ball in that post up and just needs to go ahead and make that move.
Yeah, you see she's got that brace on the right knee, and you wonder how much that's impacting her. Three-pointer. Haley Lavoie.
Well, the Huskies certainly have the players to shoot the three.
Haley Lavoie up to 9 points.
And there's that 1-3-1 trapping zone here for the Huskies.
Zemke out to Woolley. Now here's Hall. Finds a cutting Cook. Bullis. That won't go. Offensive rebound, Zemke. But a steal by O'Keefe, who gets it to Lavoie. Smith. Buschendorf. No good. Poked away by the Huskies. Shepler with the bucket.
Good job with Shepler staying with that one.
A 12-2 run to open the second half for the Huskies. Cook going baseline, guarded by Buschendorf.
And look at the tie ball here.
Held ball, and the possession arrow pointing the way of the Huskies. North will bring in Nolan Sands Hanna and Ava O'Keefe.
And just as we thought here, the Huskies doing more of their traditional subbing here now. Start the second half, I think, just to create again that continuity on offense. Pick and roll works.
Buschendorf.
Nice move.
Wouldn't get the roll.
Nice job with that dribble to get herself some distance and a little fadeaway. Good look.
What would her aunts tell her?
Stick with that. That's a good move.
Remind me the first name of the two aunts, because I definitely remember the name.
Abby and Allie.
Abby and Allie, that's right. Layup, no. Buschendorf, rebound, and the foul.
Good hustle by Buschendorf to follow up that shot.
Ava O'Keefe kind of got the steps crossed up there and put it up off the glass a little too strong, but Buschendorf was there for the rebound. Good ball, reversal by the Evergreens, and Woolley's three just a little bit off the mark.
Yeah, it's too bad you're not rewarded. Like you said, great ball movement. Really created an open look. So again, you got to take those positives when you can get them.
Yeah, I think Coach Schilling, when they head back to Schofield, get back to practice, I think they can point to a lot of things. Number one, the compete level's been good. And again, the offensive efficiency much better today compared to yesterday. Woolley will try another one from the perimeter, and that rattles in.
Knocks down a three.
Well, as you said, Sparks, it's nice to get rewarded. Buschendorf backing her way in for two. Well, Buschendorf up to 10 points.
Yeah, Buschendorf being a lot quicker in the post, putting on a quick move and getting it up.
Open look, Brianna Cook. Hall the rebound. Woolley will try another three-pointer. Knocked around. Jaden Smith comes out of there with it. To Sands Hanna. Buschendorf on the drive. She's got two more. Oh, Buschendorf is up to 12 points. Open look, Bullis. Smith tracks down the rebound. Sands Hanna to the hoop. Couldn't quite finish. Another open look, Bullis. Hall grabs the rebound. Cook. No. Zemke the rebound.
And the foul. Good job rebounding inside on the offensive glass.
Jaden Smith picks up the foul. Piper Schultz in for Everest. Portera Smith. Andy Sikora. Both in for the Huskies. Kirsten Hall, little short. Woolley, good effort. Or Cook, good effort.
Yeah, good. They're trying to keep that alive for her team.
Sands Hanna over to Smith. Smith will drive in the corner. O'Keefe for three, and it's good. Ava O'Keefe.
Yeah, the O'Keefe girls can knock down that three.
Huskies by 40.
Nice drive
Hall
right there.
on the drive. Yeah, good aggressive drive to the hoop by Kirsten Hall. Cortera Smith will pick up the foul. Keep your home and valuables safe with SOS Security in Eau Claire. Protect against intruders, fires, water, and more. For every room, every door, and every window, place your trust in SOS Security. HS Fence is serving Wisconsin's commercial and residential fencing needs. They've done that for the last 18 years. HS Fence, specializing in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. So again, looking for positives for Everest. Well, they've matched their point total from yesterday. Still plenty of time left. Sans Hannah going hard to the hoop. Piper Schultz picks up the foul. It's her third. You can get Culligan Water for just $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Kirsten Hall on the drive. She got caught up with Cortera Smith. They're going to get
Ava O'Keefe on that one.
Ava O'Keefe on that, who's coming in on the help defense. Ellie Kwasnick in for the Huskies. Evergreens get it inbounds to Shimoleski. Hall operating on Smith. And Hall losing the handle and was able to throw it off of Cortera Smith, who got popped in the eye. I wonder if she's got a contact situation going on. She will check out. Ellie O'Keefe back in. As a contact lens wearer, Sparks, I can say that that's something that you're always aware of when you're wearing them.
Yeah, nothing worse than getting that to shake loose.
Nice pass, and the finish, Andy Sikora.
Sikora, great job running the floor.
Really nice delivery as well. Huskies have shared the basketball quite well today. Stretch that lead back out to 40 points. Schultz, good look inside to Hall. She's cut off, back to Schultz. Rotated up top, Cook. It's blocked in the lane. Evergreen's trying to save it. Good effort by Piper Schultz, but it's out of bounds. Aubrey Klatt in for the Evergreens. And I think this is the first time today, Sparks, that the O'Keefe sisters are on the court at the same time.
I think you're right. Now I got to really look at the numbers for who's shooting. They definitely are twins.
Ellie on the dribble handoff to Sikora. Wanted to give it back to Standiford. Really good idea. Pass just a little high.
Yeah, I had a good set there, like you said, a good dribble drive, and tried to drop it down to Stanford and just went over.
You talk about the O'Keefe twins. You know, it's like they each have their specialty. Ava was the starting setter on the North volleyball team that made it to the sectionals. And it was Ellie that came in off the bench to do some serving, but kind of roles reversed a little bit when you get to basketball. Ellie is the starter, averaging 17.3 points per game. Ava comes in off the bench, 2.8 points per game. So they each have their interests, each have their specialties. Jaden Smith back in for the Huskies. Dropping in a pair is Kristen Hall. Last 4 points by the Evergreens have come from the free throw line. O'Keefe on the drive. Two more, Ellie O'Keefe.
She's up to 11 now for the game.
She's got 11. Jaden Smith has 10. Buschendorf has 10.
Well, you talked about how they were sharing the basketball today and really getting good looks from a lot of different players.
Pressure defense by the Huskies. Coleman Schilling will take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. You are watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by Spectrum Insurance.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Enjoy the benefits of business banking at Security Financial Bank with several options to fit your business. Learn more about business banking at sfbank.com. Castle Insurance, based in Eau Claire, is your local independent insurance provider. For all your insurance needs, you can depend on Castle Insurance. Evergreens will inbound the basketball. They'll do that with McKenna Billis, who gets it to Kirsten Hall. Elsa Shimoleski to Hall. Gets it over in the corner. Good look, rims out that time for Klatt. O'Keefe on the push for the Huskies. Dribble handoff, Sikora. She is fouled on the drive, yeah. And being that we're under 9 minutes and the margin is 40 points, we are on a running clock situation. Sikora in the corner to Jaden Smith. Smith on the drive, wanted to get it in the near corner to Kwasnick, but it was kicked out of bounds by Kirsten Hall. O'Keefe to throw it in. Huskies trying to get Ellie Jacobs posting up.
Yeah, Kwasnick kind of telegraphed that pass, so Evergreen was able to knock that one away, but it was their feet, so they get the ball back.
Smith in the corner. Up top, O'Keefe. They get it inside. Kick out, three-pointer, Kwasnick. That's off. Schultz gives it up to Hall. Open look, Bullis. It's no good. Rebound, O'Keefe. Ellie O'Keefe on the drive. Picks up the dribble, gets it up top. Sikora.
I think Sikora lost that one on the way up.
Kirsten Hall with it. Shimoleski. Tipped, recovered by Klatt.
And that's going to be a foul up top there.
That one's going to go on Andy Sikora.
Team's sixth foul in this half.
And another line change for the Huskies.
Number 24, Megan Sandford. Number 14, Sarah Smith. Number 4, Hope Buschendorf. Number 30, Haley LeVoy. And number 22, Adam Shepard.
Shimoleski for three. It rims out. Schultz the rebound. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Good looking shot though from Shimoleski. Just didn't fall down. And a real good rebound there on the offensive board.
Yeah, there's two freshmen. Bullis is in the starting lineup. Shimoleski is usually one of the first players off the bench, but a couple good building blocks in future years here for these Evergreens. Clock continues to move.
When even here, Piper Schultz has gotten a lot of good minutes this weekend. She's just a sophomore.
Yeah, as we said, building blocks for the future. And, you see it in so many sports. Sometimes you might take some lumps when you're freshmen and sophomores, but that experience pays dividends down the road. Cortera Smith to throw it in for the Huskies. Bullis picks up the foul. It's the first. Just 3 team fouls this half on the Evergreens. Open look. Haley Lavoie, no. Shepler the rebound. Put back, won't go. Shepler battling for that loose ball. Schultz comes out of there with it.
A good board by Schultz right there again.
Steal by Buschendorf.
Almost a steal by Buschendorf. She anticipated that one, got the red hand on it, but just couldn't keep it in bounds.
Buschendorf, one of those players that just brings a lot of energy.
Absolutely.
We saw her on the volleyball court, and she was pretty dynamic as a hitter. But basketball, she just brings the effort. Huskies still playing some trapping defense. Hall's shot rims out. Smith pulls down the rebound. Brings it into the front court. We're under 4 minutes to go in this one. Smith will launch. That's short. Saved by the Huskies. Lavoie threw it back in, but nobody was
good
quite
effort
there.
from Lavoie, yeah.
Now we've got a line change from the Evergreens. Ella Harmon, Kinley Carroll into the game. Ella Eckhoff is in, as is Ella Slavin. Eckhoff, who wears number 3, another freshman. And it's a steal for the Huskies.
Good
Cortera
pass.
Smith gets the bucket. But Smith is down.
Yeah, I think she rolled an ankle on that one.
Clock will stop with 2:58 to go. You hope it's nothing serious. Cortera Smith, a 5'8" senior, got the bucket and then just got tangled up.
Number 21, Andy Sikora. Number 31, Allie Quashnick. And number 20, Ellie Jacobs.
More subs in for the Huskies.
And the last substitution for the Evergreens, it was Ella Slavin.
So with this break in the action due to the injury, we will step aside. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by Spectrum Insurance.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this
All right, back to live action. We're under 3 minutes to go. Eau Claire North leading DC Everest. Evergreens have the basketball. Huskies force the turnover. O'Keefe gets it outside. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Decent look for Sikora. Back in the Evergreens. Eckhoff. Near side they go to Slavin. Aubrey Klatt for 3. Battle for the rebound.
It'll stay with the Evergreens.
Held ball, the possession arrow is pointing the way at DC Everest. And a steal on the inbounds pass. Sikora with the thievery.
Oh,
and
good
the
drive and
bucket on
finish.
the drive. Ellie Jacobs. Huskies stretch that lead. Lob inside, goes out of bounds, and the Huskies will get it back. The Dahlman Insurance Agency provides business, home, auto, and farm insurance throughout Chippewa Valley. Contact Eric Knutson in Elk Mound or Wayne Dahlman in Eau Claire. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rates, stay for the service. Passing on the three is Kwasnick. Offensive rebound for the Huskies. And they'll get it out of bounds. Ellie Jacobs battling for that loose ball.
The old Husky bench watched Kwasnick to shoot that three. They were all standing ready for her to take that.
Under a minute to go now. Here is Kwasnick. Back to Jacobs. Yeah, they want Kwasnick to launch it. She does, and she buries it.
And the bench is thrilled.
Allie Kwasnick, 5'7" junior, dropping in a three-pointer. On the drive, Eckhoff. That one tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Evergreens. Seconds ticking away here. And again, tipped out of bounds, and boy, Everest is going to have to hurry here, or this game is going to be over. And there's the buzzer. Your final, Eau Claire North 63, DC Everest 17. The Evergreens dropped to 1-11 overall. Huskies improved to 6-5. Balanced scoring for the Huskies today, led by Hope Buschendorf. She had 12. Ellie O'Keefe 11. Jaden Smith with 10. Sparks, kind of win that I think Huskies, they'll take it. They got everybody in the game. They got everybody playing, and now they can kind of set their sights on the rest of the BRC season.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Huskies wanted for today. Get a good victory, look good doing it, and get a lot of players in to play today to kind of get rid of that Christmas rust and make sure, like you said, they're ready going forward. And for Everest, they can walk out of today with a lot better, feel for how they did defensively and how they did rebounding, and they grew from this weekend, no doubt about it.
So the Huskies win it, 63-17. Coming up next, the postgame show. Brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team. When you experience any sports-related injury or issue, you can count on prompt, proper diagnosis and a customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and western Wisconsin. That is coming up next. You are watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by Spectrum Insurance.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket called the labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral.
All right, Eau Claire North victorious over DC Everest. Let's start with head coach Deb Peterson. It seems like you accomplished what you wanted to. You got everybody some playing time. You got that done early. How would you assess how your team played today?
I thought they did a really good job. We told them we were going to try running some different actions and use it to try some different things in games, and I thought that it was a great opportunity for us to work out some of those wrinkles.
You come into this tournament looking to get some experience, get some court time, but what can an experience like this do for you guys going forward as you head into the new year and the rest of the Big Rivers Conference season?
I mean, it's a good confidence boost to get, like you said, to get everybody the minutes and to start running our actions in games and just really to get confident heading into this next big stretch of conference games.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it. Thanks for your time. Good luck to you and the Huskies going forward.
Thank you.
All right, Hope Buschendorf, Ellie O'Keefe. Hope, let's start with you. You didn't start today, but you wind up with 12 points. What was going well for you today?
I feel like our team moved the ball really well up and down in transition, and being a part of this tournament was a super great opportunity for me and my team.
Do you guys realize that none of the Eau Claire teams lost in this tournament? That's kind of nice to defend the city.
Yes.
Tell me about this game today. It seemed like you got some looks from the perimeter, but you're also finding your teammates. Would you rather be a facilitator, a shooter, or both?
Both. I was looking for my teammates. When shots weren't falling, I was still looking for them.
Tell me about going forward. You know, BRC is tough. So many good teams. Menominee still unbeaten in the conference. The Old Abe's have a solid team. River Falls is good. Where do you guys see yourself, and what are you going to try to do the second half of the season?
Second half of the season, we're just going to keep working hard in practice, showing up every day physically and mentally, and we're going to try to get back our winning record throughout the season.
Ellie, what do you think the upside for this team is?
The upside, I would say, like the...
Okay, we'll just say the Huskies will try to compete. So with that, what we're going to do is now it's time for the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. So I'm going to hand you the microphone, and I'm going to get out of the way, and you guys can take it from there.
I'm Hope Buschendorf. I'm Ellie O'Keefe. And we're in the house.
All right. Thank you, guys. Do it for our coverage. We're so glad you could join us over these 2 days at the Eau Claire Memorial Shootout. As we mentioned, the Eau Claire teams perfect in winning all of their games. Eau Claire Memorial girls 1-0, Eau Claire North boys 1-0, Eau Claire Memorial boys 1-0, and the Eau Claire North girls 1-0. Hey, we've got more sports coming for you after the new year, and we got a great one coming up Tuesday, Hobbs Ice Arena, the Crosstown Showdown, first one of the regular season in hockey. It'll be the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's versus the Eau Claire North Huskies. Join me and Mike Schwengler for the call of that one. It's a 7 o'clock puck drop from Hobbs. We'll start our pregame coverage at about 6:50 p.m. For my color commentator, Dave Sparger, for Joe Anderson and Logan Biederman of Zaleski Sports, I'm Bob Radovich saying good night from Eau Claire Memorial High School.